This is Danny with QuadLugs. On the Box Quad 275, we're going to install the receiver. We're using a Turnigy i6. And this is the receiver we're going to use. The binding plug, it goes here, B/VCC. And your binding plug is just going to plug in like that when you get ready to bind. We have a video that I'll list in the description about setting up your i6. So let's get started with getting this one installed. We have the CC3D controller, and this is the wiring harness that came with it. You're going to use this one. First thing we want to do, we're not going to be using the very last wire. So I've taken it out. And the way to do that is to just use a knife or a pin and pick up on the tab and the wire will pull out. I've already done that. You can see that one's missing. Okay, on our receiver, it's written here S plus and negative. S is for signal, plus is for your voltage. The negative sign is your ground. So ground, the middle is voltage. This side, this pin is your signal. So channel number 1 is going to be aileron, 2 elevator, 3 throttle, 4 rudder, and 5 is going to be our mode. We had said the white wire right after the red one, this one here, is going to the throttle. Throttle's on channel 3, so that's 1, 2, 3. That's exactly how it's going to hook up. The white wire is signal, red is positive, black is going to be your ground or your negative. The second wire, and the reason I don't name each wire per color is because I found that sometimes the colors will change. But going by which wire it is the safest way to go. So the second wire after the white, red, and black is going to be your aileron. We're going to put aileron on number 1. The third wire is going to be elevator. The fourth wire is going to be rudder. Super easy to do. And the fifth wire is going to be your mode on channel 5. And you want to make sure they're pushed all the way in. And you'll have 2 vacant. One is going to be channel 6, which we're not using on this build. And then the last one is going to be your binding plug. So that's just how they should be hooking up. And remember, signal is on that side. Your positive is in the middle. And your ground or your negative is on that end. And that's just the way we put it in. Now I'm going to just hold the wires with your finger. And make sure and do that so you don't, break them or pull them out of the connector. I'm just going to kind of twist them. Call that wire management. Make it look a little bit nicer. Your plug is going to go in one way. And if you notice the pins, the holes here for the pins are up toward the top. And on our controller, the pins are up toward the top. So it's going to go just like this. your black and red are facing that way. Let's go ahead and put that in. If it doesn't go in real easy, it should just push right in. Then you may have it backwards. Just take it out and put it back. You know, switch it around and put it back. That's done. The orientation of how we're going to install the receiver is going to be just like this. And the reason I'm doing it this way, because the box is small. We don't have a lot of room. You can put it wherever you want. This is a real safe place to put it. We're going to do just like this, because you can get to your bind plug here really easy. We'll go over that in a minute. And I'm going to put it just like this. It's a little bit below. It's a little bit below the edge here. Okay. So let's get us a sticky pad, double-sided tape. And if you bought one of our kits, this is included. And I ran, if you notice, the antennas underneath here. Again, you can do how you want. Just try to keep it as neat as possible. It'll work a little bit better for you. It won't get something, you won't get something broke easily that way. Okay. Now we're done. A little bit more wire management. Kind of move things around, make it look nice. Because our battery, when we're done, is going to wind up sitting right here. And also when we're done, meaning going through the setup on LibrePilot, we'll check rotation of all the motors. And we're going to put some wire ties to make all this look nice, but we'll do that in a minute. So we'll trim all this up a little bit later. So now your receiver's installed, wired in, your controller's in, your ESC's installed. We did that before. We have everything installed. Everything's double checked. We can apply first power. Make sure when you do put the power on that when you go to plug it in, they match up. Red to red, black to black. If they're like this, no good. You have a problem. Check it out. Make sure your orientation is proper. The color wire should match. I'm going to kind of keep it. I wouldn't let go of the plugs when you first plug it in. Give it a try. Just in case you have to remove it real quick. Nothing will run at this point because we have to set up the controller through LibrePilot. When we do that, we'll check everything out when we go through that program. So this is just saying that nothing's smoking and everything looks ready. So we'll go ahead and place the antennas now. The way I like to do that, I'll put one this way and one this way. Keeping the antennas at 90 degrees is about as good as you can get it. So let's get a piece of tape. And this is how I normally do it. You could use something else if you wanted, but this works pretty good. We'll set this up here. We'll do the same here. And we'll install this one like this. And you'll see everything will close good that way. And when you get ready to install your FPV system, you'll see it's out of the way. Great. Now we're ready to install LibrePilot and run the program to set up the CC3D. We'll see you next time and we'll get this thing set up. This is Dana with QuadLugs. We'll see you then. Yay! Today is garbage day. Garbage day. Yay, garbage day. Trying to record, but it's garbage day. Garbage day. Could you make any more noise? This is too funny. Love it.